start.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Bits and Banter, where we will discuss Mumbai Indians versus Punjab Kings, who faced each other last night. It was a pretty, in the end, it was a one-sided match. Mumbai Indians batting first on a lackluster pitch that offered spin and turn. They scored a measly 131 for 6, with Rohit Sharma scoring 63 and Surya Kumar Yadav scoring 33. Uh, in reply, Punjab Kings didn't have much of a problem, though they seemed to keep everyone on the edge. They eventually aced the chase with plenty of balls to spare. They scored 131 for 1 with Rahul and Gale. Rahul scoring 60 and Gale scoring 43. Mayank Agarwal scored 25. Eventually, it was an easy victory. But the match had its moment, but eventually, as I said, it was lopsided. Raj, what is your take on this match? It was a strange kind of match for me.
Yeah, it was pretty strange because I never got to know what Mumbai Indians were trying to do. Were they trying to hit out in the first 6 overs? Were they trying to save wickets? And for what blessed motive they actually sent a set batsman at who was batting number 3 and acing number 3 one step down? Was there a left-right combination in place? I think they were trying everything just for the heck of it, because I couldn't see a clear motive that was coming out in the way they batted, and I think that is when they lost the game. Because when you're chasing 130, 131, and you have not taken any or wickets in the first 6 overs, the power play overs, I think you are done and dusted. So
exactly.
Dubakur team could I mean, like this.
See, you brought up the problem right at the start when you don't score the power play. But Mumbai Indians, they have the highest run rate in the death overs in the entire history of IPL. Their death over rate is 13.61 till IPL 2020. Just in contrast, in this tournament so far, their death rate, not death rate, which in a sense is also right. Their run rate in the death overs is 7.48, which is the lowest in this tournament. The change, the difference between these two numbers, it is where the problem for Mumbai Indians lies.
Yes, and that essentially means we are at 5, 6, 7, which means the 3 Ps, the two Pandyas and one
the 2 KPs and 1 HP.
HP, yeah. So I think that is where the problem is. Yesterday also you could see that they were not in form, and Hardik Pandya has we actually brought that out last time also. If he is not batting,
then bowling. It is not bowling.
If he's not batting like he didn't over the last 2-3 matches, then he didn't be in the team because he's not bowling anyways. So I think it is just sort of that entire thing about how Mumbai Indians takes care of us. All of that narrative, I think it is that narrative is coming back to bite Mumbai. Is what I feel.
My the real worry was with Krunal Pandya's bowling last night, because on a spin pitch he was going for 20, where somebody like
all the other spinners,
Jayant Yadav, they were contending. They went less than 4 over. 6 runs per over on a turning track, because one was 4 overs for 19, another was 4 overs for 20. But whereas this guy, a spinner, he went for plenty, because that proved to be pretty crucial. Because whenever Krunal Pandya came in, he kind of released the tension for Punjab.
Yes. So yeah, you are right. See, now, we had Ravi Bishnoi, which was very good. So we'll bring him up later. Ravi Bishnoi bowled well. We had what's his name? Randeep. No, what? Not Randeep Huda. What Huda is it?
Deepak Huda.
Deepak Huda bowled well. Then you mentioned the 2 Mumbai bowlers. Jayant Yadav bowled well, and Rahul Chahar bowled well. Krunal Pandya stood out. I think obviously something is not working, or I think they have figured him out that he's sort of a one-trick pony. And if you think about it, all the 3 mentioned they are not players who can actually adapt to every type of delivery, every type of things that is bowled to them. We have seen that in the past. Kieron Pollard has his problems because of with spin. You saw even Chris Gayle. West Indian batsmen have traditionally found spin a little tough.
Yeah.
So they just couldn't read the ball off the hand. I don't think they look at the hand with him. So whatever it is, I don't know. So you're right. So that, I think that is where the problem is.
See, one of the problem is
to add to that, QDK has not come in yet, arrived yet.
Yeah. Because Chennai pitch has been a problem for the Mumbai batsmen, because they like the ball to come onto the bat, but that is not happening in Chennai. So that kind of sent them back. But the good news is they are going away from Chennai from last night. But the bad news is they are going to Delhi, where
Delhi,
the pitch is not, as you rightly pointed out in one of our earlier discussions and also on our WhatsApp discussion, that it is not too different from Chennai wicket.
Yes. So I was going to say that they have another 4 matches to go before they can rid themselves of the slowness of the pitch, which is where I think RCB has a good this thing because they are going to Ahmedabad, where the pitch is should be pretty better. So anyway, we'll leave it there.
Because another person, another elephant in the room is Ishan Kishan's form. Because we talked of 3 people. Another person who's not exactly, because just to give him extra chance, they played him at number 3 last night, but that also didn't work.
Yeah.
But these are all criticism with vis-a-vis the last 3 matches. But otherwise, Mumbai Indians, they have the pedigree. They can always, I mean, yeah, it's not as if these players can't come out of the red. They can come out, but that is a problem. Because I see Mumbai Indians have fallen into the groove of CSK from IPL 2020 of last season.
Yes. So but, doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Exactly.
So I think that is, you are right. So I think one of our banter squad members, Bharat, he actually mentioned yesterday that maybe getting Aditya Tare in and I think there was one more
Saurav Tiwari
and Saurav Tiwari into the. I think you mentioned that, right?
No,
Saurav
he mentioned.
Yeah, Saurav Tiwari into the mix would give a break to the guys, sort of just figure it out, because see, Pandya is a problem. If he's not bowling and he's not batting, then what is he doing? I mean, he has effected runouts. Great.
Yeah.
So, but then, I don't know whether you can actually.
No, because these 2 Pandyas were chirping a lot. I mean, they also come in handy with that.
Yeah, I mean, so the funny part was I was actually looking forward to an encounter between Deepak Hooda and Krunal Pandya. But that didn't happen. Yeah, Deepak Hooda didn't even have to bat. So I think the joke is on Krunal Pandya.
But he edged himself with the bowling, man.
Yes,
Who expected him to bowl 3 overs?
Yeah, so that's what I said. The joke is on Krunal Pandya because he went for many while Hooda didn't. So now coming to Kings 11, what or not Kings 11, Punjab Kings, but the Punjab team, what is your this thing? I mean, you mentioned right in the upfront that look, they do give us the jitters when they are playing.
Because their confidence is not sky high, as everybody can see. But the good thing is, since their bowlers did their job, it was only the one they were chasing only 131. So to get 132, they could actually, the kind of innings they could play. I mean, somebody like Rahul could take his time. Somebody like Gale, who took enormous time to get going. Eventually, their strike rate improved, but that is because their bowlers had done the job. It was one of those matches because even when their batsmen were scoring, it was the bowlers who were kind of losing it for Punjab. Last night, that didn't happen because they used the conditions well. And as you exactly pointed out, Mumbai's batting approach was baffling. It was bizarre and strange. But that was one part of it because the bowlers stuck to them. Because Shami had a pretty average tournament so far. Yesterday, he started well. And of course, Hooda and Ravi Vishnu. Because Murugan Ashwin was struggling in all the 3 matches he played. So Ravi Vishnu is form, and he was, though he was playing in his first match, he was pretty confident. Though I would still think that the way he arrives at the wicket would be slightly problematic for you because that is too pacing for your comfort, right?
Yeah. So see, he bowls at 90 kilometers an hour. So he bowls fast. So the point is that, see, it's not just me saying, I mean, you cricket experts, much bigger cricket experts than me, they would, I mean, I'm no expert anyways. So they would come and tell you that, look, I mean, the leg spinner usually approaches the crease, or any spinner, they approach the crease at a certain pace. So I mean, you have Anil Kumble in the dressing room here. I think he can fix it. You and I needn't worry. But the point is, what you made is right, because he didn't look out of sorts. He looked like he belonged there, and his first over was very good. I think he almost got a wicket, and then he did get a wicket in the next one. So I think that part. So I'm still worried about that lack of freedom that Punjab batsmen seem to be showing, barring Mayank Agarwal and Hooda. All other batsmen, I mean, KL Rahul is there, or Chris Gale is there. Nicholas Puran, I think he needs to score some runs.
He didn't score even yesterday, man. Yeah, he had 3 ducks already, and he didn't score yesterday.
Yeah, so he still needs to get.
Yeah, the part is he didn't get to that. That's a
that's the point. That is okay.
That will not be.
So he has not scored a run in this IPL. I mean,
7
put it that way, or 7 runs.
Okay.
Whatever. So my point is that is where the thing is. So I think they need to something in their batting. They have the firepower.
Yes.
So Chris Gale, for example, we need to see whether okay, you take your 5 or 7 balls, but can you assure us? I mean, don't score big hundreds, daddy hundreds like you used to, because maybe that is a past. Can you get me a 15 ball 45?
That's too
Right?
much. But anyway, that's tough because it's a
No,
that
after
kind
he
of
sets in, which is
yeah. After
10
he
balls.
says okay, that's okay because Punjab. See, if you see, yesterday they mentioned a statistic that around 47% of the runs that Punjab has scored so far has come from put together Rahul and Mayank.
That's
So
the point. See, now you see what happened. See, KL Rahul started with a bang yesterday. He was going for hell for leather. The moment Mayank got out, Chris Gayle came, it went off.
but yesterday, I mean, at least they were
No,
planning the chase according to the
end
scoreboard.
result is fine. My point
Yeah,
is
according
that
yesterday, I mean, we can't read too much into it, but the problem, see, the problem for Punjab is it's a kind of a catch-22. See, when Rahul doesn't score, they score 120 or 130. But when Rahul scores, he doesn't score at the pace that is actually required because they score at 200, they end up at 190 or 200, which the opposite kind of chases don't. So there is a problem when Rahul scores, and there is a bigger problem when Rahul doesn't score.
so my
That's
point is that the number 3 slot is, I think in my mind, the number 3 slot is the problem. I mean, I'm calling it out because I feel that, see, you notice even in the past, see, if Gale is not scoring, he needs to get out and go. He can't sort of, yesterday you saw the way he was. See, yesterday, because there was a low scoring match, it was fine. But I'm reading it. This is not the first time I'm reading this. Every time when KL Rahul and Mayank start, Mayank gets out, then you see Rahul slowing down because that captaincy thing comes in. Mayank doesn't do that. When Mayank is batting with Gale and Rahul gets out, he doesn't care. He still goes for his shots. So you
that
go
is
back
a
and
good
check.
point because
Yes.
it is not set with certain amount of, I mean, just because it is them, because Rahul's batting approach when he plays for India is he doesn't stop because he knows there are other people at the other
Yes.
end
Yes.
when he turns up for India, because he cannot do it in Punjab, so he kind of slows down.
Yes, that is the point. This is where the challenge is. So I think Mayank doesn't think too much, so he just goes and does his bit. So I think we leave it there. Next match, the wooden spooners for today.
Yeah, KKR versus Royals, double R's.
Yeah, double R's.
Mm.
So what do you say about them? Both of them have had some interesting matches. They have
Interesting. Both are coming out of, I mean, RR is coming out of a very bad loss, and KKR is coming out of a strange loss because where a match they can be happy and sad about because it was a strange kind of another interesting kind of a chase against CSK. But
Yeah.
that was a match where even a loss that could have given them confidence, or it is a loss that could have been also be debilitating. Because
So
I
I'll
don't
put
know
it this
how you
way.
internalize that kind of a loss
Yeah.
is left to the individual teams. I don't know how KKR has done. But what do you think KKR would have taken out from that match?
If I were the KKR team, I would have asked what the hell were the first 5 guys doing. I think that is the question they need to ask. And same is the case with RR also, because the first 3 have not really, I mean, it's not gone well. And for some weird reason, they don't, I mean, RR also doesn't seem to be sort of making too many changes. Today, I think I think we will be safe to say that Yashasvi Jaiswal might get a look in the RR.
But your
team.
point about both the top order not firing, because both of them have, and the top 5 wickets in the last match for both the teams didn't come up with, and that was where they lost the match.
Yeah. And the only time when RR came close was when Sanju Samson got his century. Now somebody needs to tap him and say, you know what, you can actually score more than 1 century if you want to in IPL. There is no rigid thing that you can only score 1 century in an IPL.
And by the way, viewers, I just want to point out Raj, a true-blood Malayali, and previously pointed out the 2 centurions so far in the IPL. In this IPL are both Mallus.
Yeah. Yeah. And this Mallu can actually go and make 1 more. So he doesn't seem to be interested. Once he has scored a century, he says, yeah, mera quota khatam. We don't want that.
Whereas Devdutt Padikkal there will be plenty more. That's what he apparently told Virat Kohli.
Yeah, no, that is the other way. So you saw that conversation. No, I mean, it was very interesting because Kohli said, it's okay, you score the runs. He said, no, get your first century. Then you say that. Without getting a century, you can't say, you can't say that like that. So I think
the captain, real captain speaking.
Yes, yeah. That is where I think the story is. I think in terms of bowling, I think I would put that both the teams as evenly matched. In the batting, actually, KKR is stronger if they fire. Because Josh Butler has been middling. Sanju Samson, we all know he's capable of a lot, but then that we have been talking about over the last so many years now. And Rahul Tewatia and
Shivam Dubey and
Shivam
Prem
Dubey
Kar.
had one,
Shivam
yeah.
Dubey, good innings last match.
Yeah. Chris
But
Morris
again,
has been iffy, so he has done something. So I think both teams have a strategy problem, as well as this fact that they are not, these guys are not, top order is not firing. And like I kept pegging for Ravi Bishnoi. My question for today, with which we probably can end, is where is Karthik Tyagi? So
your
so,
favorite from last season.
yeah. And I think, do they have Mayank Markande also with them?
Yeah, he has been cooling his heels in the bench, but I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, that is the other guy. I mean, if I were, I would probably make a couple of changes and say, you know what, let me throw these guys into this and see how they come up. I mean, not that you are doing wonderful wonders outside without them. Try it out. So I think, Bala, that's my take on that. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, nothing, because I mean, as you rightly pointed out, KKR has the slight edge.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah. Being a Saturday evening, anything can happen. Not that
Anything
other
can
days it can't happen, but just a closing line. Chalo, see you. Thanks. We'll catch up with you with the
My
review
pleasure,
tomorrow.
Raj.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.